All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. God dang, ridiculous. All right, this is not. If you can't hear me, or whatever, just leave a comment. All right, I'm gonna give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Wahako Dashrakah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching this truth across the four corners of the earth where we have been scattered to due to the breaching slash due to the breaching slash breaking or breaking of the covenant, the breaching of the covenant, the breaking of the covenant. A deal made by our forefathers with the Most High, who people call God, right? To the rest of you believers out there of the Israelite nation, which consisted the so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native American Indians, you women and children and friends of the prophets out there who believe you prove that faith by your works, to you I say peace and blessings as well. And to anybody else, or to any newcomers out there, first time into something or hearing this, yes, we do proclaim ourselves to be the biblical Israelites. All right. So time. I was just meditating earlier on it. I'm always meditating on time, man. Time is like a terror, you know, because you can't control it. You can try to get ahead of it. You can try to make use of it. You can waste it. Only in the end for it to truly decide or be the deciding factor to what your outcome is going to be. And that deciding factor being time. All right. If the music is loud, just let me know. Because it's the real music anyway. It's not supposed to be that loud, but I don't know, Satan. Anyway, I'm going to start with the scripture. So you can see the title. The title says something like, because I spent the last dang near 2 hours having technical difficulties. So that's time right there. So the title suggests that tons of people are about to be pretty much judged based off what they did with their time. I believe the title was Time, a trial slash process that is about to suggest life and or death, right? And then I went ahead and added on for tons of people because that's the grand scheme of things. But the only thing you could be concerned with is you at the end of the day. So with that being said, I'm gonna grab my first scripture. This is Philippians. As I said, if the music's too loud or is interrupting, just drop a comment. All right, this is Philippians 2:12. Khan, shalom, brother. Shalom, brother. Salaki. Philippians 2:12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." You know, because get my next scripture. This is I believe is It's not the one. This is Second Peter, Salaki. 2 Peter 4:17. Or 1 Peter 4:17. Well, not 17, but 7, Salaki. This is 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And that's what? Time, man. You having time, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these definitions on this word real quick. So this is if you can, brother, post the Google definition of trial. This should be the first definition you get. And you could also post, if you can, the Bible Shah, the definition to process and trial and process. But I'm gonna get it out of this American Heritage Dictionary as well too. And this comment's supposed to say it's just Satan messing with everything. They doing some new little thing with how you go live now on YouTube. But comment's supposed to say shalom to everybody, you know, that comes in. But anyway, this is trial out of the American Heritage Dictionary. And it reads, it says, examination of evidence and examination of evidence applicable, applicable. I always have a time saying that word, pronouncing it. Applicable, applicable law to determine the issue of a specified charges or claims. It says the act of or process of testing or trying. And that's what this is, man. You down here with a certain amount of time. Matter of fact, let me get that. This is Job 14. You're down here with a certain amount of time. You know what? Man, here we go. Spirit roller. Let's see. I got one in Job and I got another one I want to get in Psalms. Let's see. Let me get the one in Job real quick. Keep it moving by the Spirit. This is Job. Khan. Yeah, see, that's powerful right there. That's powerful. See, the Lord, he's revealing powerful stuff to his men. This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined. You know what? I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to keep reading it, though. But it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So that's that's also said about how long a man is given to live in the scriptures, in which I want to get real quick. It's just a certain amount of time that you're given on your life, man. And in that life, as I said, is just a time. That's all it is. And in it, you have a trial. A trial of what? A test of the performance. The brother Ward put a test of a test of the performance, qualities or suitability of someone. And then this is going to be a very important part right here, process. But so it's a test to see what you going to do with the hell the time you've been given, man. And we're going to get that next scripture in the book of Hebrews, the epistle in Hebrews is in Psalms. Let's see. Yeah, strength, if strength. Let me see. Gotta get that one, you know. Because this is a critical lesson right here, man. It's very critical. Because tons of people are put under this as well. This applies to everybody. Everyone, bear with me. It's in the book of Psalms. It basically tells you if pretty much he give a man like I think 80 years or 70 years. Matter of fact, he said 70 years, and if he has strength, 80 or 10 more or something like that. Basically, pretty much saying because he even tell you that in Genesis. I could get that one in Genesis too, but I really want to get this one in Psalms. Because basically, man was stopped from the beginning. Like, if you go deeper into it, man was stopped from living thousands of years and, not hundreds of years and all this stuff. The Lord put an end to that due to what went down, the transgression in the garden made by Adam and Eve. Give man, I think it's like give man 80 years. Something like that. Give a man 80 years or 70 years. Okay, I got it. This is Psalms 90 and 10. Listen to this. This is Psalms 90 and 10. The water Abba. This is Psalms 90 and 10. It says, the days of our years are 60 years and 10. So a score is 20. So it's a 30, so that's 60. And a 10, so that's 70. So the days of our years are 60 years and 10. Salakia. And if by reason of strength, so the Lord basically put a bound on our days, on man's days, to where you only get like 70 years. That's why most Jakes be clocking out at like 50, man. 60, easy. It'd be easy these days. It says, jumping back, the days of our years are 60 years and 10. And if by reason of strength, they be 40 years. So if you got, if you a good Jake, you probably took care of your body, your health, you appease the Lord. He'll give you like an extra 10, right? He can give you extra time. It says, because this doesn't have to be specific, but it's giving you pretty much an estimate. It says, because the Lord do what he want to do ultimately with everybody. But it says, and if by reason of strength they be 40 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow. For it is soon cut off and we fly away. See that? And then I'm going to get this too. But let me see what this is real quick. Got another scripture. Yeah, listen to this. This is a cut. This is Job 7 and 1. Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? You see? Are not his days also like the days of an hireling? You see? So is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? Because we clearly see it. God at the same time. So it's let me hit the point now. Job 7 and 1. Is there not an appointed time? See that? To man upon earth. So you don't know when your time has been marked on your particular lot. Which leads me to my next scripture. This is Hebrews 9 and 27. And as it is appointed, that appointed again, unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. Because when you die, even though this is the last one right here, this is the last incarnation into the kingdom, when you die, all your lifetimes, when you die, you go back to the spirit world as it tells you. You know what I'm saying? Your body goes back to the dust and your spirit returns back to the Father who gave it. And at that point, they pretty much give you what your judgment is going to be for you when you return back. So the Lord might deem it fit for you to return back and lose your foot at 6. You see what I'm saying? At the age of 6, like, or something like that. Or, you know, I'm gonna have you go back. I'm gonna have you get hit by a damn bus when you 12. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna come back. That was your judgment for what you did off fair. That's fair, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what he, as far as him, as if he was having a conversation with the person. Just to give you, you know, a visual. But anyway, yeah, man. So with that being said, with us living now, we don't know what was the judgment actually given to us on this life. We don't know how it actually ends. You know, which goes back to this definition. It says a trial of the performer, and everybody has that put on their life. Everybody. Like David Rockefeller, he had that put on his life. The Lord, like, okay, I'm gonna give you, because this is your time to rule anyway. I'm gonna give you till how I think he lived like 90 years, damn near 100. You know, and everything he went on to do and have happened, transpired throughout his life was written in his judgment for his lifetime as David Rockefeller. For that spirit, for the spirit of David Rockefeller coming as being, because he was called probably something else in his past life. But for whoever that spirit was, during that lifetime, his lifetime, because he's a man. So the spirit is a man. But that's going into whole other things. But during that spirit's life, that man's life, as David Rockefeller, all those things that transpired, that was the judgment written therein. See, he didn't actually know when he was going to check out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everyone understands this time aspect, man. And they understand that time, this title is true, that time is the trial / process. It's because you can do it in general. It's a time / process. It's a trial / process in which suggests life or death. You know what I'm saying? That's why dudes don't be wanting to stay around being regular. They want to go sell out. They want to YOLO. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they're gonna. Everyone understands. Every spirit has that embedded in their understanding to where they know it's a time on this. That's why I say back in that Job 7:1, is there not an appointed time to man upon the earth? Are not his days also like the days of an hireling? Yeah, come exactly, brother. Genesis 6:3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man. You see, he took away that immortality. You see, because if it always strove for man, that means man will forever live. So the Lord takes his spirit back, because it's his spirit actually. That's why people come down here and do godly things according to the measure of the spirit they have of the Father, how much he gave them, what aspect of him did he give to this person. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. You see, yet his days shall be 120 years. Genesis 6:3. So that's the most. I don't know if anybody ever went above that. You know what I'm saying? We have to, our researcher, you know what I'm saying? We start, add a researcher. But anyway, yeah, man, that's it. That's what it go back to. See, the Lord can have you fall a little bit under or hit you. It's somebody that I was watching earlier, and got a report. Pretty much somebody, some old lady, she was like 102 voting. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to show that, give an example of that. So reading this again, this is Hebrews 9:27. Lord willing, this is edifying, making sense. Hebrews 9:27. We'll get going in just a second. It says, and as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. So He probably gave you 50. You died. You came back. Some men, as you can see, leaving 25, 19, 18, 12, 46, 43, women, children, whatever age. That was that point. That appointed time was given to every. It's an appointed time given to every man. But see, it's so heavy now. And that's been every life, and Salaka. It's been every lifetime since the inception of the earth. You know, appointed time was given unto man after Adam and Eve, the fall. You know, of the chosen people. But anyway, this is Psalms 90 and 12. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts, meaning your mind, unto wisdom. So you, hey man, they said you only live once. See, that's where all that come from, man. They said our ancestor says, teach us, as they pray for the Father, teach us to number our days, man. You know, get the most out of them, because time is, your life is just nothing but a time period. A time period of what? A trial. A trial of what? It says a test. It's actually a test of the performance. You see? Qualities or suitability of someone or something. Now, moving to the next point of this. That's when that Philippians 2, this is when that Philippians 2 and 12 come back into play. Philippians 2 and 12. We dang near need to post that one on the comment board, because that's like, you know, for the entire lesson. Remember in that one, Philippians 2 and 12, it says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now, when you look at that word trial, it says a test or of the performance. You see, it's like when we in the finals, the team, the general manager, the GM, they all, the fans, everyone's looking at everybody's individual performance based off their time they played, you know what I'm saying, in each game. And that time is just what? To show everybody who everybody is, what everybody's about, and leads you to what? Process. A series of actions. What type of actions? Exactly. It's wild work, brother. But anyway, a series of actions. What's the actions? The performance. You know what I'm saying? How well did you shoot? You know what I'm saying? How quick did you react to the screens, etc. How did you show up? Did were you there? Were you dependable? You know what I'm saying? Do you have the clutch factor? But anyway, it says a series of actions, and ultimately it's back to the Philippians 2 and 12, working out that salvation, your own salvation with fear and trembling, because ultimately you doing all that is for your own salvation. Because yeah, you can get cut and traded, but you also get cut out the league, man. But what you do and how you perform, that's taking us, like I said, back to process, a series of actions, your performance or steps in order to achieve a particular end. You see? So I'm gonna try to keep this basic without going into too many complex thoughts. But my own damn head. But pretty much, man, that's likened unto when you're in the finals. Look, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, how they all played. You know what I'm saying? And now they based in their time. How Paul played, how he fared. They talking about getting rid of that dude now, man. You see? Because he had, I think, in the game they lost, even though I wasn't keeping up with it, I just happened to see it, you know. But keep I think it was a game 7 against the Nuggets or something like that. Nigga had like 8 points, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he playoff P. They brought him there to win. See, it's just time. Everything is time, man. And time, that's why the lesson is titled Time, a trial slash process that is about to suggest life and or death for tons of people. Because in after knowing what trial is, a test of the performance, qualities, and suitabilities of someone or something. Let's see what this guy about. We bring you in, sign you to a 1-year deal. How you gonna fare in the playoffs? Most men make their money in the playoffs. Their extensions in the playoffs. Those big contracts in the playoffs. And then does what? You see? That's the process. Because the playoffs, the finals, aka your time. That's just your time. Your time to do what? Be tested, to show who you are, what you're about, what you deserve, being a process. A series of actions going back into the trial because they like simultaneously, but the thing with process, it says basically telling you what you do achieves a particular end. You see? And that for us, brothers, sisters, is life or death. And or death. Time is a trial slash process that is about to suggest life and or death for tons of people. Because what are people doing with their time? How are people performing? So that takes me into these scriptures now. Get on your shit. This is Psalms 119. This shouldn't be long. This is Psalms 119. And I always say, I'm just do what I do. Spirit pass, we'll be done. This is Psalms 119, 60. 119 and 60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. You see? Why? Because the end of all things is at hand, man. And the Lord tells us in Jeremiah, end of all things is at hand. Salaki. The Lord tells us right here, Jeremiah 17 and 10. I the Lord, Yahweh, search the hearts. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways. You see? That's that performance. You see? According to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings, which takes me to Matthew. Matter of fact, St. John, book of St. John 15. And